Hi everyone, we are heading to Terminus for this week's weekly challenge. Let's see what's going on. Kill all walkers. Pretty simple. I'm just using my farming team here. Morgan is the weekly hero. He is a good bruiser. Does make for a good hero. But I haven't got him leveled up, enough to even use, just for one challenge. He's just going to get redded or deaded straight away. So, no good for me. So this is a kill all walkers, the easiest mission type that you can get. But you do sort of start with these bad guys pretty close. You're going to get a round of shooting in, if you are shooting, before they're right on top of you. I guess having a bruiser as the weekly hero is kind of a good thing, because you can expect to take some lumps. Definitely a kill all walkers mission where, having a close combat team is really not a bad idea. Nice quick mission, definitely. No having to sort of search around or anything like that, but it's not one of those kill all missions where you can just sort of stand back from a distance and just pick them off one at a time. You're thrown right into the mix of it. Weapons that can cause a lot of damage at once. I guess, who do we start off with? Then we start off with bruisers being charged, so they're definitely a good shout for this one. Alright. Secure the area, close the containers. Oh, yes. Okay, so Glenn would normally be somebody I'd recommend for these types of missions, but these things take 2 turns. So, I mean, he's going to be occupied doing that for a while. His lucky dumpster trait doesn't really kick in. I mean, yeah, maybe actually having some people who can take a bit of a hit, oof, or who can dodge like that, are a good shout. Yeah, so we closed that, and what happens? Bunch of walkers turn up, of course they do. Pretty typical stuff. I'm going to assume... Okay, I don't have to. I would have thought that perhaps that armoured walker would have burned to death. Obviously, incendiary weapons, very handy to have if you are struggling with particularly tough walker types. The only thing is that it does take sort of several turns for it to actually do what it does, which is burn them to pieces. But it is an effective tactic, that's for sure. Okay, we're going to start closing this up. Bad guys are still going to keep swarming in. There's definitely a point at which you kind of break the back of this mission when you've closed one of the containers. Difficult to clear the map because they just keep on coming out of those containers. But once you've done one of them, you should easily be able to keep on top of what is coming out. Definitely a set of missions so far where bruisers are something you could certainly take. Especially if they start off charged. Gives you a huge advantage. Definitely get the feeling that bruisers are a class that are neglected, but practice using them, especially on slightly higher levels, and you'll realise their worth. Okay, only way out, get to the exit. Okie dokie. Looks like we've got some twitching piles of corpses. Yeah, okay. Okay, so there's not too much in front of us. This is one where I think... Yeah, I mean, you could definitely bring Yumiko, if you have her. Have her open the gate and she will turn around and shoot. Crippling weapons, definitely very helpful. Yeah, anything that sort of stuns, cripples. Again, if you have incendiary weapons, plenty of time for them to work. A couple of rounds before the enemies get to you. I think you're going to want to... I think you're going to want to get that gate opened as soon as possible. Scouts and shooters, of course, move quickly. Alright, we get that open. We're out there. I definitely would recommend ranged characters. I mean, Yumiko seems to be a shoo-in for the leader for this group. Crippling weapons, anything to slow the enemy down. Just get opening that gate as soon as you possibly can. Well, in any case, you can see me playing through and you can see what to expect, and that can help you kind of develop a strategy so you don't have to have your own people sort of get chewed to pieces finding out what to expect on a mission. Last box before the highway, get the loot and get out. Switch to the old sawtooth. Yeah, switch to that. Am I happy with this? Yeah, I think I am. Again, Maggie is really just leading, so I'm getting a little bit of extra XP. The instant that I need, you know, something a little bit more effective, I would be switching out away from her. Okay, I definitely want Glenn opening that box. I think we're going to have bad guys pouring out. Yes, we are. Okay, fend these guys off. Maybe if you're struggling, get a character charged up before you start opening that box. It's one of those ones where at a tough difficulty setting, you're going to have to be weighing up, sort of rushing to that gate and actually being able to flip in, you know, have a fairly clear battlefield. There's too many of these things running around, they could really swarm you. Only a couple of turns to open that up. What was that, 3 turns? So it's not a long mission. Again, if you have Yumiko as leader, opening that door, then a shooty character will be able to turn around and blast away, help you take out or slow down those enemies. Again, fairly enclosed map, that one. Always recommend skipping. Ideally, if you can use the weekly hero, you will, but, you know, sometimes it's just a character who is just so underpowered, so undeveloped that you can't really sort of use them, as is the case here. Okay, so we've got a threat counter. So right away I'm thinking weapons that are silent or reduce threat. If you're using ranged characters, if the weapon does make noise, you can shoot on Overwatch and it doesn't make a sound. I'm gonna set him alight anyway. What the heck? Yeah, let's burn him to pieces. Okay, so it's similar to sort of Killer Walkers. Got a nice big space here. Do have a threat counter, so it's not exactly the same as that previous Killer Walkers. You can take things a little bit more at your own pace. Only one big thing to take care of, that's the tank. You shouldn't really struggle too much with that mission, but as is always the case, if you do find yourself having difficulties with the mission, just say something and somebody from the community will help. Somebody will say, oh, I got this amazing tip, and they'll get you through it. check the crates and get to the exit. Oh yeah, this one can be tricky. Let's actually take it seriously. Let's actually have a working team here. Glenn, yeah, you can stay actually, and I think we'll swap you out. Oops, did I get my guys injured? Yeah, I did. Alright, you know what? Mercer? You in the mix. I think I was playing some Guild Wars. Yeah, sort of just had one of those missions where you just like, wow, this is tough. Stuff just wasn't working. One of those missions where it's just got to search crates and there's a billion walkers appearing from everywhere, and it's, it's good. It was a good mission. It was very satisfying to get it done, but I paid a price. So you can see that some of my characters are injured. No big deal. Okay, Glenn proving why he's useful on these kinds of missions. So you've got some restrictions here. It's not a completely open map. You haven't got complete freedom to go wherever you wish or to see where everything is. Okay. No. Threat counter. I want to keep that in mind. The enemies come in behind you, so you kind of turn this mission into a race against the clock at a certain point, unless you can mitigate that threat counter. Alright, well there we go. Definitely recommend bringing Glenn along for that last mission. And anything that can slow down the enemy. Do need some hard hitters as well for those special zombie types. Alright. Okay, so that's it. That's what's waiting for us at Terminus. And I think I always say this. It always seems a little bit strange that there's no missions with human enemies on. I think there would be. But there's not. Okay. Yeah, but that's what's in store for you. Good luck with your weekly challenge. And as ever, thank you for watching.